Have you got the perfect business, or have you ever made a mistake? Here's some of the mistakes that I've come across. When you're an entrepreneur and you're starting out on your journey, there are lots of things that you need to learn, and there's lots of obstacles, problems, issues, and puzzles to solve. This inevitably leads to mistakes, and some of the mistakes that I've made and I've seen other entrepreneurs make are things like falling in love with an idea that you've got without doing valid research. And valid research means that if you're researching, for example, in our industry, a product, you go and question the shop or the outlet that you are going to sell to. And there are two ways you could do this, the right way and the wrong way. The wrong way is that you go in and say, I've got a brilliant idea. It's great, isn't it? What do you think? Because all of a sudden, you've immediately tried to influence the answer. In all cases, get an honest answer. You'll get somebody going, yeah, it's fine, it looks great. When in actual fact, they thought it was rubbish, but they don't want to upset you. And it's much better for somebody to go, no, don't like this, doesn't work. Because if they say that, what's it going to do? Hurt your feelings a little bit? If they don't say it, what's it going to do? Hurt your pocket massively if you get it wrong. And believe me, I know from experience, I've got it wrong only once or twice, but it can be so damaging. So that's one thing. Don't fall in love with an idea. Watch Dragon's Den if you want to. That will show you lots of people that fall in love with ideas and remortgage their houses and go bust catastrophically. Another mistake that lots of entrepreneurs make when they're starting on their journey is they think it's going to be the same forever. If they keep growing, they're going to get the same sort of growth and profit from the day they started. Obviously, this is not going to happen because you're going to need people to delegate to, team, because when you're starting out and you're hustling, you're doing everything. As you know, if you're an entrepreneur on that journey, you're trying to get money in, you're trying to do sales, you might be sorting out deliveries, supply chain, finance. There's so many different things. But once you start to grow, you can't do it all. It's impossible. You will reach a ceiling, and that will turn your profit into a static. When you start on your journey, obviously, if you've got something that's a successful concept, there's quite a quick ascent. One of the mistakes that can be made is thinking that ascent is just going to keep going and going. It's not. You will plateau because you'll need team around you unless you want to continue doing everything. Supply chain, finance, sales, stock control. There's so many different things. If it's a service, you're trying to service so many customers and you run out of time. Time is always an issue when any entrepreneur starts to grow a business. For you to go to the next level, you're going to have to take a plateau, which means you're going to end up paying for team to delegate to. Now, a lot of people see this as a really bad thing because they go, oh my God, I was making so much money and now I'm paying loads of people and it's a real pain in the neck. It's killing all my profit. But don't despair. It's only a point where you have leveled out. Having that team around you may take 6, 9, 12 months for you to go on the next ascent. But the next ascent can be a lot bigger because you're more organized, you've got more processes in place, and you're becoming a grown-up entrepreneur from the hustling person that you were when you started. Some people can't get to that level, and in doing so, it can be very, very difficult to manage money. And that's another point about being an entrepreneur and some of the pitfalls. Money is the most important thing in your business. If you haven't got money, you can't pay for services that people are doing for you. You can't pay for products, which means you can't sell services and you can't sell products. The big mistake that a lot of entrepreneurs make when they start is they get quite a lot of money in the bank, more than they've ever seen before. And the way I overcame this was by having different bank accounts for different things. Personal bank account where my wages out of my business get paid to me, completely separate to the business. Money in a bank account that's put by for tax, because you will have to pay tax. Money put aside for projects or stock or the services that people are delivering for you. You have to have money and you have to keep it absolutely separate. You'll have VAT, you might have rent to pay, you'll have corporation tax to pay, you'll have wages to pay. And the bigger you get, the more these bills become important to pay, because if you can't pay the bills, your business will die. I've known businesses that had £1 million in the bank and in 9 short months, they went bankrupt because they bought too much new machinery or stock, they got bloated with too many team, and then the service that they were trying to deliver, couldn't find enough customers, their sales suffered, the service suffered, bang, gone in 9 months from something that was a flourishing, beautiful business into nothing. And I tell you what, that is very, very hard to take. Having made some of the mistakes that I've mentioned during this video, I'd love to know what your mistakes and successes have been as you've grown your business. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you soon.